Hi everybody. So I'm going to go back to the area that kind of started it all for me with these stick structures and starting to record things. It's about 2 miles back, about 1.5 miles from this point maybe. I'm on an old fire road, access road. It's an old gravel road that's now part of this national forest that I'm in. And we can take this back for a good distance, and then it gets a little woolly, but not too bad. And I'm going to take you back, show you the stick structure that I found out hiking that really started to make me think. And it's nothing super special. It's the first time that it made me really stop and look at it in a different way. I'd spent a lot of time on YouTube looking at videos, and it was the first time my eyes had seen something like it, or caught the pattern, I guess. And it really, I was so excited, I guess, that I didn't quite look around as much as I should have. Sorry about that. So I'm coming back. This is what I call Site A. When we get there, I'll show you. We'll see what we can find. Thanks for coming along. And I reference, actually in the very first video, which is Site B, or actually right after the intro of why the channel changed over, I mentioned Site B in the video with the asterisks and the bone fragment. I mentioned Site A, so we're going to go to Site A where it started it all off for me. Kind of the first time I looked at something and went, huh. So it's still early spring. It's been really cold in the evenings. Just got that initial bit of green, little nuthatch flying around down there. Cover's just starting to come up. And I'll let you know if anything happens. Okay, this is where the road ends, and the trail kind of just goes away. This old road has been, this creek has basically come in on top of this road. And the structures are further back here, about another 1/2 mile. While I'm here, just taking a pause at this creek. If you've not listened to my podcast or know much about me from the previous work I've done on this channel and elsewhere, I have done paranormal research for a long time, and I'm still interested in that. I've been in these woods my whole life, and I've always been fascinated by the thought that something like Bigfoot or Sasquatch exists. I am saying all that. I mean, I am a believer in the woo in certain aspects of what I've heard about Sasquatch and some of the accounts. However, I think at this point, I will say I am firmly right on the line between an aper and something else going on in the woods. Stick structures, other things, wood knocks. Those just don't seem to make sense with something that is, I guess you would call, interdimensional or something other than physical. I don't know any other way to put that. So that's where I stand right now. And even in all my decades of being interested in this stuff and doing ghost hunts and etc., I've never really applied myself fully to the Sasquatch phenomena. So this is my first tentative steps into it. And we'll see what we find. All right. just wanted to say that a little bit, get that out there, so you know who's on the other side of the camera. Let's get back to the site. Not quite at the site yet, but I just saw this. I didn't see this the first time I was here. But this is very unusual. This has definitely been placed there. Now, the top of this one is broken. But I find it interesting that it forms that X. We've got this guy broken up in here. This, however, has been broken or sawed. I believe it's been broken. I don't see any saw marks. So it's almost like it's the beginning of an asterisk. We're not that far from the teepee structure, so get back there. But this has definitely been, this has been placed here. This did not fall this way. This one is actually upside down. So I may have to come back to this area a little bit, but I want to get back to where this all started. So note how closely the woods are together here. This is a young forest. And this is with all the leaf litter down. And in the summer, there could be something right over this hill here, and I wouldn't even know it when all the full growth comes up. But even now, it's a little, like there's plenty of places, plenty of cover. And, you know, there's some tree bends. I'm going to shoot into the sun here. There's another tree bend. But I'm not... It could be what's called a snow bow very easily. There's a lean maybe. But again, that seems very natural to me. Things get a little bit close and personal back in here. And the feeling changes. And I'm just going to walk you up to this structure. This is what I would call Site A. Basically crossing a muddy creek right here. Sorry for the camera work, I'm trying to be smooth. Looks like there might be another stick pile back right over there. We'll go look at that. Let's go right up here. So, yeah. Now, I had a hard time believing when I first saw this. Oops, sorry. Let me zoom out a little bit. Some of these are placed. Some of these are not. Some of these have, like this is a knockover here. And back here is a knockover. The apex of this right here stands at about 6'5". Let's go into here. Nothing on the ground here. I was looking, I didn't see anything. So So what I at first thought, let me get out of the shadow here. Let me move around. At first, I thought this root cluster had been pushed over, but there's no sign of it coming out of the ground, which means it's been placed here. Let me try this right here. No, that's not connected to the ground at all. That's just the weight of it has been placed here. This stick here, definitely been placed. That's a really heavy thing to be carrying around. I also want to note, you've got this hill here. This is like a little flat overlook. You have complete strategic visual on this whole area. It's almost a full 360. You have a water source not only right here, but then the larger creek is down just right over there. And if we come, let's go back out. Here's another one. It's like a group of trees. This one appears to have been pulled over maybe, or fallen over. But look, you still have this complete control. You can see everything around you. This is like a little raised fort almost. Pretty impressive. There are the crows. I heard the crows here last time I was here, and I've not heard crows the whole hike in. When I was here last time, which was about a month ago, let's see if I can find them. There were 3 sticks. Nope, they're gone. There were 3 sticks leaning against this tree in like one in the center and then 2 45s from each side. I don't know where they went. That's curious as well. Alright, so I'm back at the structure here. Let's go back up this way. I'm just going to let the camera run, because it looked like there were some other stick piles around here. If you guys see anything, mention it. And again, some stick piles I am willing to say is natural, but not when there's whole trees that have been moved in place. Like this lean here. Oh, if that's a stump there, then I can call that natural. Yeah, that's broken. All right. Got something going on over here. But I want to go up here a little bit. I want to go uphill. See what is up here. Again, here's the structure. I didn't even notice that. Is that a break or is that a lean? I think that's a lean. I don't see. It's been there a long time. All right, let's go up here. If you guys see anything, give me a time mark. There's a lot going on up into here. With all of these weird lanes and sticks on it. It could be natural, but let's get up here. And that, let's look at that. I was going to say, even this up here, all the things that are down and laying around, it still doesn't match up with that teepee structure down there. But let's look over here. Oh. That was rough. Also interesting, look at this. Very similar. Like that's broken off right there from that. Yeah, these. That's just, there's no stump there, it's just been placed there. Or broken off from another tree, but I don't see any other tree that might have come off of right here that's that size. I'm looking up at, see for limb breaks or anything, but I don't see anything. It's a little squirrely back here. Definitely not feeling any sort of fear or, concern. But I don't think they're here right now. I guess they could be. Look at this. Oh wow, I just saw something else. That trunk right there. Now, lending to all this, here's a bunch of breaks right up here. That's probably just weather damage. I'm willing to give it that. It's way too high. And it's not how they've fallen, really. Because here's something that could be totally natural, right? Here's the stump. See if I can see what I'm doing. Here's the stump, here's the log, it's laying there. No big deal. I'm even willing to say this structure here is natural because you have the fall that would have brought the grapevines down, maybe broke that off, causing a V structure. I got a mess to walk through here. So what do you guys think? Am I onto something here, or is this just me being silly? Here's another area. Look at this. This is all... What are those plants? This is all like... Is that water runoff, maybe? Okay. Is that... I think that may be comfrey. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. This is definitely a different area. This is all mushed down. Oh boy. Huh. Okay. And here we go. Huh. And again, you've got this downhill view. It's pretty spectacular. There's the other structure right over there. I don't know if you can see it. But this grass is all flattened. This could be a deer lie, but I don't see any deer tracks or any sign of deer. I don't see signs of anything really. Huh. It looks like there's more up that way. Alright, I'm gonna, to save my battery, I'm gonna turn this off right now, but turn it back on if I see more. This. Oh. I wanted to film this real quick and try and get an ID later. It's almost like a lettuce. I would bet that it's edible. Strong tasting, but it's good. Ooh, really bitter. I have to look that up. I'm afraid I'm stumped on that one. Okay, we're going back down now. And I'm going to save going further up the hill for another video, as I am running a little low on time. As you come into this is like, I wouldn't call it a wallow per se, but it's different from the rest of the woods around it. Very different. Like here you have leaf litter and branches everywhere. This is cleared off, smoothed down. There's no real leaf litter. Of course, you have a big opening right here. I guess this could be a deer lie. This is like a weird mix of natural and not so natural. Well, it's all natural, right? All right. This is interesting. Weird stick pile. I'm not sure. So we'll head back down towards the first original one. And we are back to the spot. I'm going to look around here, see if I can see anything else. And I'm really curious where those three sticks went that were leaning up against that tree. But let's see if I can find anything else like it. And I'll put you back on if I find anything. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what I did here. Left a few gifts, just some things I'm curious to see what happens to them. I left a cookie, a bit of a chocolate chip cookie that I brought with me to snack on. Some tobacco. This is a geode stone that I've kind of wedged in there a little bit. Hopefully it'll stay there. Nice shiny rock I found in the creek. And then this is a blue hair tie I found. And I know I've seen some reports that blue is a favorite color. So I thought I grabbed that and thought I would leave that for them. If, in fact, there's anything to be leaving it for. But there you go. We'll see what happens here in a couple weeks. I've not really found anything else. Oh, one more thing I wanted to point out. This, like these sticks, like this stick here, right? This is jammed in there. There's another one. There's a couple others. This one, like, that one's actually, that one could be a fall. We're gonna go with that one being a fall. But I wanted to give you a close up here. Okay. All right, everybody, that's going to be Site A. Now you know what it is. And I'll return to this over the spring and summer. See what happens. And we'll go back up this hill more when I have more time. It takes so long to get back here, though. I'm just out of time. All right, if anything more interesting comes up on my way out, I will show you. But I'm going to hit the trail. Head out. So I'm not too far away from Site A. And, okay, a couple things to show you. Look at this. It's all been jumbled up here on this stump. Maybe to make a blind or something. So you could sit here and then keep an eye on things this way. Maybe, I don't know. And then over here, maybe chance, maybe not, but also a bunch of sticks jumbled up together. This is very similar to what I said I saw up there at the teepee structure, except it was a lot more organized. This could be natural. That's a little bit less likely. All right, I wanted to show you guys that. Heading out. Okay, so I'm headed out of the woods, away from Site A, and on a normal trail, as you can see. If I'd love any comments, anything you guys see, any suggestions you can give me, or things that you saw that I missed, that'd be great. I'll be back there in a couple weeks to check on things if I can, and yeah, we'll try and get up above the teepee like pyramid structure, go further up on the ridge and see what we can see. Thanks for coming along, and yeah, be well.